Hi everyone, and I'm just jumping on here because I know that a lot of us have gone into our second lockdown and the reality of working out at home is becoming more and more real. So I thought I'd give you a short video showing my favorite 10 tips on how to elevate your home workout so that you get the best results possible when you're away from the gym. Okay, let's get straight into it. So tip number one is plyometric. This means we're going to add a jumping motion to our moves. This is really useful for lower body, think legs and glute workouts. Instead of just doing a simple squat or lunge, you add a jumping motion. This helps improve your strength and speed and basically your overall power, which is ideal when you don't have a barbell or weights to increase your strength doing standard squats. Adding a jumping element to a workout can greatly improve and elevate the difficulty of your home workout. Tip number two is elevation to engage your core. This means that when you're doing your standard core exercises like crunches and Russian twists, you elevate your legs in the air, which means that you're having to engage your core whilst working out the core and abdominal muscles through the movement of the exercise. Another way you can actually push this further is, for example, when you're doing elevated Russian twists, to add a crunch motion with your legs still in the air. This can really work your abdominal muscles and just take your core workout to a really burning, intense place. Tip number three is decrease the rest between your exercises. It's super easy to implement this. I'm someone that when I'm at the gym, I'm guilty of strolling around, having a glass of water, easily having a minute rest between reps of sort of 10 on my barbell workouts. If by decreasing the rest time, you keep your heart rate elevated, you keep your muscles warm, you keep your muscles working, and you will feel the effects of the exercises much more because you're wearing out the muscles and you're getting to fatigued muscles much more effectively because you are not resting them for an overextended period of time. Tip number four is add a pulse. This can be used when doing hip abductions, hip glute bridges, squats, lunges, anything where there is a moment where you're at an elevation or you're holding a pose. Adding a pulse there, for example on a glute kickback, will just engage the muscle you're trying to work by isolating it. That little pulse after a glute kickback, you will feel the burn in your glutes, I promise. Tip number five is increase your range of motion. This will allow your muscles to be working their hardest for the longest period of time. You can do this by simply elevating a part of your body, for example, elevating your shoulders by lying them on a sofa or a bench whilst doing hip thrusts, elevating your feet whilst doing split squats, elevating your legs and doing push-ups and planks from an elevated position. This will just engage your muscles so much more, you'll have to work so much harder. Tip number six is activate the core, especially with regards to doing plank. I'm talking about plank variations here. These will include, instead of just doing a standard plank for a minute, doing plank commandos, going up and down from low plank to high plank. This could be doing Spider-Man or mountain climbers slowly whilst in plank position, doing plank crunches. All these things will help engage the core. By doing plank body saws, it's a very simple move, but you'll just be engaging and working your muscles more. Also, I personally find that by doing a movement whilst doing a plank, not only are you working out harder, but the distraction of doing that movement actually makes that 1 minute plank, 2 minute plank go by so much quicker. And plank, it is all mental. Really, I do think that it's such a mental game, and that little bit of distraction will help you stay in plank position better and for longer and with better form. Tip number seven is doing exercises with one leg. This is useful for multiple reasons. It helps improve your balance, which is great for not just working out, but for all kinds of sport and for your overall health. It can help isolate muscles and make you work harder. It will help work your core muscles because they'll have to be fully engaged to maintain your balance. And also, with people being left and right-handed, you always favor one side over the other, and you can have an imbalance in your muscle development on different parts of your body. So doing one-legged exercises really helps this. These kind of exercises can be one-leg deadlifts, one-leg squats, for example. Tip number 8 is to use supersets. This is really great way to get a benefit out of working from home. Supersets are often hard to implement in the gym because you can't use multiple machineries at the same time. So being able to create a superset in your workout at home can be really beneficial for your fitness. Specifically, keeping your heart rate high by mixing high intensity exercises with lower intensity exercises. For example, high knees and squats. Alternatively, you could have star jumps followed by bicycle crunches. You're having a high intensity workout that will get your heart rate up, get your muscles warm, and then you do something which engages the muscle and helps build and tone. And because your heart rate's elevated, you're already in a fatigue state, meaning you'll have to work harder when doing those bodyweight exercises, which is really beneficial when you don't have weights to add a difficulty. Tip number 9 is really easy. It's use what you have in your home. This can be using cans of soup, filled bottles of water for weights. It can be something as simple as using socks in a workout, so you reduce the resistance and have to engage your core and leg muscles more as you do pull-ins, for example. There are so many ways you can use things around the home to elevate your workout to the next level. Tip number 10 is one that requires a little bit of financial investment, but I really have found that using resistance bands at home completely take my workout to the next level, and it is worth the investment, especially when these lockdowns seem to keep coming back. But even so, I bought these resistance bands the first lockdown and have since gone to the gym after those restrictions were eased. And I brought my bands with me because my gym are often difficult to find, or just from a cleanliness perspective, I wanted to have my own. And I use these in the gym also, and it's a sound investment even if you hope to go back to the gym one day. These kind of bands are great for glute exercises. You really help take it to a place which burns, so we definitely recommend. These are great if you want to practice your pull-ups. You can do it in a climbing in a playground, or you could do it at home if you have a bar that's strong enough. I also tie these around my dining table, which is really heavy, and put it around my body and do resistance crunches. There are so many ways that having resistance bands can help aid your workout massively. So that's the end of my 10 tips on how to elevate your home workouts. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you all in the next one. Bye!